Hello, this is the final day. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Juliet.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you? Good evening from Uganda.
Good evening from Nigeria.
Glad to have you here. Well done.
Please, I would like to share the link to the groups.
You'd like to?
I want to share the link to the groups, to the various groups.
Okay.
So I'll do that in a minute.
All right. No worries.
Okay, I can hear you now loud and clear. Just a minute.
Yeah, I can hear you as well. You've tilted your phone. I don't know if your screen has been tilted. Okay.
Okay, back. Thank you. Wow, I can see someone is live with us already.
Thank you so
Welcome,
much, Juliet.
everybody. Please just give me a minute. Let me do the introduction before I bring you on board. That's fine.
Okay. I basically introduce you. Okay, it's all right.
Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome, everybody. This is the day 5, the final day for the Creative Hangout. It's really been an amazing experience since the day 1. I'm so delighted that you're here, and I'm so glad. If this is your first time of joining, my name is Juliet Ike. I'm a skill and talent strategist, and I'm also the host of this event, the President Best Africa, meaning building exceptional skills and talents, community of over 5,800 creatives with the intention to build, to impact, to influence, and as well um, make money with the skills and the talent that they have. So we've been hosting this event since Saturday, and today is the last day, and I am so glad that you're here. Please, I would like to know where you're watching from, so can drop some comments in the chat box so I can see you. I think this is better. Okay. So you can drop some comments in the chat box so I can see you as well. I can see that you're with me. Sorry. At the back end, we have Coach Sam. I'll be bringing him up shortly. But before then, I would like to say thank you to everybody who has joined this, who has followed through this event since the day one. Thank you so much. Like it's not easy actually hosting events across different countries. Despite your busy schedules, you were able to show up and we're here for the final day. Thank you so much for joining. Since the day one, we've been treating different aspects of creativity. The first day, I talked about the foundations of creativity, trying to tell you what it actually means to be a creative. Um, the second day, I talked about how you can locate and understand your vision. The third day, I talked about the journey to mastery and profitable skill acquisition. And yesterday, we talked about the brand structure and the metrics to start in. Today, we're going to be talking about understanding the business of your talents and how you can start your journey through entrepreneurship, finance, business, and money making. So that's what we'll be treating today. We have Coach Sam at the back end. He's a finance coach. I'm going to bring him up shortly for him to give you a full introduction about himself. But before we proceed, I would like to say that all of this topics, various topics we've treated for different days is actually on this channel. So make sure you watch the replay. The replay will actually be taken down at the end of this session. But it was supposed to be taken down at the end of this session, but I'm going to extend it till tomorrow to give you the grace to watch the replay from the day one. I've told you we've talked about a lot. Thank you for joining us, Samuel from Uganda. We are so delighted to have you live with us. So we've talked about a lot of things since the day one. So take your time to watch the replay. They are on this channel. Okay, and do not forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and because there are going to be more and more content from henceforth. So without much further ado, I'm going to bring up our guests, Coach Sam. Then we proceed. Welcome, Coach Sam.
All right.
Please, can go on.
All right, thank you so much, Juliet. It's an honor to be part of this. Actually, you are our guest. Juliet is coming from Nigeria, and today is our day. Today is Uganda. So, Juliet, I want to officially welcome you to Uganda virtually and welcome you to, of course, this creative meetup. Just like Juliet indicated, my name is Samuel Ibanda, and I'm a finance and business coach here within Uganda, but of course, I serve the world, and I'm so much humbled to be part of this session. I believe that each of us, we are creatives because we create something, and once we create something, we can be able to sell that something, just as our today's topic says, because we are trying to look at what is the business of your talent, what is the business of that you have created. So I'm much humbled to be sharing with you today alongside Juliet. I want to tell you that the journey to making money, because money is very important. We are all here to make sure that we get a living that can keep pushing us ahead. And a time like this of the year is a time when we have to see what can we exactly do in the remaining small time, but also see what we can plan, say, for the next year. And such a platform is very good for you because it all starts with the learning. It all starts with understanding what exactly you need to do. And today we are learning more about how you can turn that talent into a business that can generate you money and at the end of the day create you wealth. Now, many creatives, it's not just having the talent. What some creatives forget is the aspect of the business. The business of your talent is very important. We have very many vocalists outside there, but the reasons why we have a few musicians coming up, not that they are best singers, but because they have understood the business of their talent. So in the same way as well, yours could be, maybe you could not, you may be, let's say, an accountant, you may be a writer, you may be a photographer, you may be an artist, whatever element that you're creating outside there in the society. I believe that what is required of you is to make sure that you understand how can you sell yourself, how can you be able to tell the world that you exactly have what it requires. And that is where the element of understanding the business of your talent comes in. So that is something that you should be able to focus on and understand. And I believe that this session will be able to give you that insight. So thank you so much, Juliet, for the invitation. And I'm so much glad to be here with you today.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Towards the end of the session, I'm going to have some questions I'm going to be asking you because I know you're in the finance industry and you have a lot to, answer. So I have some questions that I'm going to be asking you, so that way we can wrap up this session entirely. Thank you so much. Just stay at the back end before that time. I'll bring you up shortly.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Why did I say welcome back? Actually, the session already started. So today, like I said, I'm going to be taking you through what I call understanding the business of your talents, the journey to entrepreneurship, finance, and money making. Understanding the business of your talents, the journey through finance, entrepreneurship, and money making. One thing most creatives have shied away from is the fact that they don't know how to tell people to pay them for their talent or for the skills that they have. Coach Sam, please, can you mute your mic? Thank you. So one thing most creatives are really shy away from is the fact that they don't know how to charge people, or they don't know how to tell people to pay them for what they have, or the fact that they are helping people solve problems with the skills that they have. They don't really know when that time is to start charging people. And that is what you are going to be learning in this session. Look, it's not enough to have amazing or beautiful talent or an amazing skill. If you don't know how to tell somebody that I'm not going to be giving you freebies or tips anymore. This is the time you should pay me. You might find it very hard growing and making money as a creative. So this and many more is what I'm going to be speaking to you about here. But before then, I would like you to understand what talent is. Talent basically is the potential that you have, your abilities um, that you have inside of you. But most times, talents are not refined. Talents are always in its raw state, and that's why you need skills to be able to brush up the talents that you have. I talked more about that yesterday. So if you know that you missed yesterday's session, please go and watch the replay. The 4 days that we treated, the replays are on this channel. So make sure you watch the replay at the end of this session so that it will give you a deeper understanding about what I'm going to be teaching you now. Because if I keep talking about business of your talent and you don't even understand what your talent is, or how to put your talent on the map, or how to put yourself on the digital space, then all of these things will become so vague. So you need to watch you need to watch the replay so you can understand where we are, all the things we've talked about before talking about the business of your talent. I'll start by saying that before you actually start talking about monetizing, it is important that you have mastered your skills. The skill that you have not mastered, you cannot monetize. If, for instance, you take a course on graphic design today, you just have knowledge about graphic design, but you're not skilled at graphic design, I'm sorry, you cannot monetize that skill. So before you can actually say, oh, I want to start monetizing, that means you already have a skill that you are very good at. You are very good at it, that anybody can, like, they can give you any problem to solve as regards that area and you can solve it effectively. That means you are good at it. The first day I made mention of the fact that if you have any skill that you have not mastered, that you should go and master it. This is the time for you to actually go back and master those skills because it will come in handy. There are a lot of times, last year there was corona and lockdown. A lot of people took lots and lots of online courses that they could not even finish. Do you understand? So, and we just keep piling up certificates and saying, "Oh, I've taken this course, I've taken." You need to start asking yourself, "Am I really skilled at it? How can I apply all the things that I have learned from this course to my present day life, or to my business, or to my brand, or to my finance?" This is what will help you, give you an head gear into monetizing your talent at all. So the first thing you need to know as a creative, that before I can monetize my talents, it means that I am already good at the skills. I am already good at helping people solving problems. I'm already good at using these skills that I have or the talent that I have to help people and solve problems. That way, monetization will not be difficult. Okay, this is the first thing you need to know. Another thing you need to know before you start monetizing your skill is that you have a problem that you want to solve with your skill, and you have an audience for the like you have an audience who is ready to pay you. You have a problem that you want to help them to solve, and you have an audience. Yesterday I talked about branding. Like, I talked extensively on branding and how you can start. Let me give you a scenario. I remember when I learned copywriting. One of the ways our teacher then asked us, because we were like telling him, if for instance I want to apply as a copywriter in a company, and they asked me how many years experience do I have, since I just learned these skills, how am I going to defend myself? And he said something. He said, do freebies, do free jobs for your friends, that they run a company or they have a firm. That way, after you might have given them free copies, like sales copies or any copies for their businesses, tell them to give you a review. That way you can easily tell somebody that, oh, I have written a sales copy for this person, and this is what my past clients or the past people I have worked with have to say about what I have. Do you understand? So all of these things is going to give you knowledge, experience about your various fields. Thank you so much, Yusuf. All of these things are going to give you experience about your various fields. So the first thing let me repeat myself. The first thing I said is, before you can start monetizing your talent, you need to be, first of all, good at your skills. You need to have a skill that you are very good at. The second thing I said, you need to have a problem or problems that you want to help people solve with the skills that you have, and you need to have an audience. Okay, so this, like, the first stages of on working in your monetization zone as a creative. Okay, another thing you need to know or you need to understand about the business of your talent is how to actually price yourself. There are a lot of people who do not know how to put prices on themselves, like a lot of creatives. Maybe somebody comes to give you a job right now, and the person tells you how much you want to pay. You see some people say, just give me anything. No, I'm doing this thing because I know you. That way you cannot properly monetize yourself, because a lot of people are going to cheat you. I remember when I started my writing journey, when I started writing professionally for people, this person had reached out to me from Facebook, and he told me, oh, I need you to write something for me. It's for a function, and they needed me to write a poem. Because then, when I started writing, if you were here the first day, I explained it. I shared my story about how I started my own career, my writing career per se, or my own journey in general. So I started by writing poems. Right now, I don't really write poems, although like I still do poetry, but very on a very minute state, because I'm tilting towards just poetry. I'm now going into social structures, fixing up social structure, community development, and all of that. So, but that journey had really helped me to know more about my abilities, my skills, to know more about the talent that I have inside of me. Okay, let me not deviate. So the person reached out to me and was like, "Oh, we need you to write a poem for us." At that point, I was feeling fly, basically, because I was like, wow, so somebody could actually pay me for writing poems. Because as at that time, I didn't have any idea about what monetization was. In fact, I did not know that you can actually write for people and they would pay you. And I'm not talking about 1990 or 2001 or something. I'm talking about 2019. That was the first time I officially wrote a note or let me say a poem for somebody, a client, and the person paid me. I felt so wowed. So because I was filled with so many emotions, I was overwhelmed with the fact that somebody actually reached out to me on Facebook to write something for him. I did not charge him. And funnily, the person was not based in my country, Nigeria. The person was based, I think he was based in Germany or Canada. I can't remember. But I knew that this person was not from Nigeria. So how come I could not even, give him, bill him very well? Can you imagine? So I could not even tell him that, oh, this is what you're going to pay, because I was so filled with emotion. This is what some of us creatives actually battle with. And that's why it's important for you to also work on your mental health or your emotional intelligence as a creative, because trust me, a lot of people will come to just play with what you do. And that's why while building your brand, you should position yourself as an expert. I know I told us that you should start anyhow and you are free to make all the mistakes that you want to make even while starting. But while you are making all these mistakes, also have in your mind, at the back of your mind, that, oh, these mistakes are not intentionally to soil my brand or to spoil what I'm about to build or what I'm building. Rather, it's a channel, it's the experience I am gaining to building the brand that I am building. Okay, so it's important for you to also know how to draw the line, know how to say no, because sometimes some people would actually come to you always for freebies. That's just the truth. They'll always tell you, because especially your friends, sometimes oftentimes people actually say that your friends are actually the worst people that patronize you. It's not true. You can actually start changing that narrative, because right now I have friends that they do things or they offer services that I need, but I cannot tell them to offer me those services for free because we are friends. No, because I need to also know when to draw the line and say, oh, this is business and this is not, just normal friendship. I remember a time my brother actually wanted me to write a sales copy for him, I think, or help him review. I think he wanted me to help him review something, and I just kept I kept tossing him up and down because he was not ready to pay, and I was not ready to do the job without him paying. He's my brother, but guy, you need to understand when it is business and when it is family. I understand that it's family, but this is my skills. This is my craft. You don't need to take my craft for granted because you know me. It's not possible. I'm a creative. I know what I am doing. So by the time you position yourself as a brand and people recognize that the fact that you're a brand, they begin to respect what you share. They begin to respect the value that you are bringing to the table. But if you're just there, you allow people to take what you do for granted, trust me, they are never going to give you the credits that you deserve. So it's also important for you to know all of this and know when to draw the line. That's just in essence, know when to draw the line and know how to fix your prices. Let me just give you a tip on how to fix your prices as a creative. First, you need to calculate your work done. Like 70% of whatever thing you're doing actually requires your strength, like your physical strength. Take for instance, maybe you're a graphic designer. Of course, graphic takes time, it takes your energy because it takes your creativity. You need to think. For you to actually be a good graphic designer, you need to be a very good thinker. Like you can think about pictures, know how to put colors together and all of that, because it's just beyond doing painting or using Canva. It's beyond all of that. There's a lot to graphics. So if you really want to be singled out as a creative designer, then you need to do something beyond the normal thing every other person does. Yesterday I said something. I said what will make people to come to you is because of the value that you have. When people place a high value on what you do or the services that you offer, they respect you for that value. There are some persons that that they are very good at their craft. You might know someone else who does it cheaper, but you will not go to the person who does it cheaper because you know this person cannot do it like this other person. That's the same way when it comes to creativity. That's the same when it comes to business or brand. You know people that are good at it, you go to them because these ones they will give you what you need. Okay, so it's important for you to also know all of this because it will guide you in placing value on the skills or the talent that you have. So I said you need to calculate the energy, like your energy, the energy you're putting towards the services or the products that you want to offer your clients. Another thing you need to consider is time. You need to consider that if you're someone who does more of online marketing, like me, I spend a lot of time on online marketing. I spend energy, I spend my data. Yes, I spend data. So I need to calculate all of this thing before I actually tell you, okay, this is what you should pay me. Because you don't expect me to just give you a normal price because every other person is doing it like that. No, that's not how to actually place prices on your service. So all of these things is going to guide you. Okay, so let's move on. Let me also share something with you about entrepreneurship. A lot of people will tell you, or maybe probably you've encountered this word before. They tell you, salary is what they give you to forget your vision. That's not true. A lot of people are always into the emotions of not working for people, and they end up being frustrated because trust me, entrepreneurship is not beans. I know beans actually takes time to get done, but like it's not rice. It's not if it's in Nigeria, we say it's not moi moi. Entrepreneurship requires energy, time, like sacrifice. It requires a lot, it requires money. So if you're just starting out, and probably maybe you just graduated from school, from high school, and you're looking for something to do, and you're like, oh no, I don't want to work for somebody. I want to start building my brand. Sorry, it's not going to work that way. So it's important that you know when you should actually get a job. When it's time to get a job, get a job. When it's time for you to leave your job, know when to leave your job and know when to start building on your business. Let me give you an example. I finished serving last year in Nigeria. Here we have this yearly, or we have this mandatory service that we do here in Nigeria, where you go, you serve your country for 1 year after you're done with your university, degree and all of that. So I finished mine last year, and while I was serving, that was when I started, building on my business brands. So I noticed, so after I was done with service, I was like, no, I didn't want to get a job, which was quite true because understandable with the fact that I knew I had some skills and I knew that I could actually put up the skills into product that I could sell, which I was even doing while I was serving. So I got a job, and trust me, even though I didn't like the job, but the fact that I had a source of income, it actually helped me at that point. Because at every point of your journey, you always need money. That's just the truth. You always need money. So don't pay attention to people telling you, oh, you don't need to get a job, you need to start your own business. If you know that you don't have clarity, you don't have the resources, you don't have the knowledge, because to start your own business or your brand, you need knowledge, you need the resources, you need to read books, you need to learn. If you don't want to make mistakes, you need to learn from other people who are ahead of you. Yesterday, I said something. I said, no matter what you want to do now, someone else is already doing it. Like somebody else somewhere had already started doing it before you. So you're not the first person who is about to start that business. You're not the first person who is about to start that career path or whatever thing you want to do. So there are people that are already been in the business. You need to learn from them because they've had experience, they've made mistakes. They are the one who would put you through. If not, you are going to go through the same mistakes, or worst mistake that they went through, and it will cost you time. It will cost you energy. Like it will cost you time. Imagine when you're supposed to be at point B, or you are supposed to be at point C and you are still at point A. That's too far. Okay. So you need to learn. Yesterday too, I also talked about mentorship. Yesterday's session was just power packed. I will advise, please make sure you take out time to watch it. Not just yesterday, even for the day two, where I talked about vision, how you can discover your purpose in life, and your vision is in day two, and like it's just so power packed. So make sure you watch the replay if you really want to get the full dose of this event. Okay. Um, so I was saying something. I said that you need to learn from other people. You're not so good at entrepreneurship. You need to learn from other people. You need to read books. You need to study. You need to take relevant courses that would guide you. even before you start your own business. So it's very important for you to note all of this. So I'm going to bring back Coach Sam, where he's going to be talking to us about finance and how you can actually manage your your money as a creative, and also how you can, like, businesses that you can actually venture into. But before that, let me just share like few businesses that I had in mind to share with you that you could actually start with as a creative. But before that, let me say something. If as a creative, the first way to monetize the talent that you have is packaging the talents that you have. And when I mean packaging the talents that you have, means you can package them in either a digital product or a physical product. Digital products, we have courses, we have ebooks, we have journals, we have work templates and all of that. Physical products, we have the physical things that you offer. If you're into the fashion industry, you already know that you need to, make clothes for people. If you're into the catering industry, you need to cook, have different, stages or different types of food that you cook for people. So these are like the basics that you need to understand in monetizing your skills. Then another thing that will help you monetize your skill faster, if especially if you're the type that wants to position yourself online, is to engage or get into digital or online marketing. Because trust me, what makes you sell as a creative, your ability to sell. And your ability to sell comes in your ability to create offers. And you cannot effectively create offers if you don't understand what copywriting is. That's just the truth. Another thing you can leverage on is email marketing, like knowing how you can follow up your prospects if you have prospects already, knowing how you can get into their DM, get into their faces, get into their boxes where they can see you, where they can read from you from time to time. Okay, so it's important that you leverage on these mediums. I've talked about digital marketing, I talked about email marketing and copywriting as well. Another thing I leverage on is affiliate marketing. Basically, affiliate marketing helps you sell digital products that is not originally created by you. So what you're doing basically with affiliate marketing is you have people who already need a product to go to you. When you become an affiliate marketer, you sell this product to them and you get a percentage selling product to them. The same way you refer your friends, maybe you refer somebody to your friend to buy from them. That's the same way affiliate marketing works. Affiliate marketing is not gimmicks. It's not something totally out of the world or something you cannot do. Because sometimes I see people tell me, "Oh, Juliet, I don't think I can do affiliate marketing." Affiliate marketing even helps you understand how to sell online. Trust me, because there are a lot of things you need to know about online business. You need to know about how to run ads, how to, you know, how to build visibility for your brand by not just by posting, but social media management and a whole lot of things. So all of these things are actually encompassed in affiliate marketing, and it guides you into how to sell, the people to sell to, what to sell to them. Take for instance, if you're into the baking, into the catering business, and you have people that want to learn how to cook better or bake better. There is a course on how to bake on catering. What you just do is you promote this course to them, you sell this course to the people who need it, and you get paid for it. So that's how easy affiliate marketing actually works. I am actually into affiliate marketing, and the affiliate marketing type I'm into is X-Partner. I'm going to talk more about it after Coach Sam's session. So I'll bring him up shortly. But before that, if you have questions, please just drop it in the comment section, and I'm going to read it out and make sure I answer your questions. So I'll be bringing up Coach Sam to, ask him some questions in the finance industry, because of course that's his industry. Okay, just a minute. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you so much, Juliet, for the wisdom. It's really deep, and you're really sharing the nuggets that we need to listen to at a point in time like this as creatives. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Like I said, I'm going to be asking you some few questions.
Please.
I know you are in the finance industry and you have, deeper knowledge about business and finance and all of that. So the first question I would like to ask you is, how do creative, like as a creative who is just, leaving the university setting and they don't know the next step to take, like how to, make money, or even if the person is still in the university but he or she does not know how to, start making money while in the university, what can you say to that person?
Okay, thank you so much, Juliet. And I want to say that while I was at university, I used to do photography. I grew up with a father who was a photographer who taught me the skill of photography. And that was one of the things that I was trying to do at the university. And even as I left university, it was one of the first things that I really did. Now, one of the things that somebody who is just leaving university or you still at university that you can do basically to make money is to identify your core skills. What exactly do you know that you can actually sell out there that other people can be able to buy? And that is where my photography skills came in. I was also somebody who was very passionate about graphic designing, and I used to design flyers for my student leaders at university. I used also design flyers for businesses and so on. So those were my skills, and that's where I started from. Now, you don't need to have, of course, a lot of capital. I know most of our mindset is on how do I start, where do I get the capital? I'll give you an example. When I was a graphic designer, I had one of my clients was a student leader who was going to stand because he believed in my skill. He was even able to pay upfront in terms of their payment for the service that I was going to offer to them. So for that was a service. Even in my photography business, when somebody comes, all I had was my camera. When somebody would come and they, let's say I'm able to take that picture, for me to print this out, I needed to, let's say, ask them to make a deposit towards that. So first, look at your skills, look at your competences, look at exactly at what you have that you can sell out to the world, and then position yourself. Let your networks know. Start from your friends. Many of your friends don't know what exactly you're doing, so start making that kind of publicity from your friends. And Juliet speaks so much about leveraging on social media. I believe that even somebody who is leaving university, you have an access to social media. You have your WhatsApp status. So start from your WhatsApp status. It could be you have whatever key skill that you might have. Start with the circle that is around you and tell them what you can actually offer and demonstrate that best skill that you have, and you will see people trying to ask out and they'll be able to pay you money and you'll be able to make some good living. Thank you.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. It's very true. Like leveraging on social media. The beautiful thing about using social media is the fact that you don't need to pay to open an account on social media. Really, it's that easy. And with just maybe a video or a post, you like it can blow you up, and I think it's very important for like creative to start paying attention to, because sometimes actually some of the things that I hear some creative say is, oh, I'm not a social media person, but really nobody is a social media person. But once whatever thing you want to do gets important, if it is important to you, you just have to do it regardless of how inconvenient it's going to be. So thank you so much for your answer. Okay, the next question I want to ask is, as a creative, what how do you venture into business? Like maybe you know how to do something, you have an idea about something that you want to do for people and you want to start a business line of it. How do you start? Sometimes people always complain of from capital and a lot of things, but I know that no, this is your industry and you have quite a range of knowledge and experiences in this field. So I just wanted to share a few things with us as regards that. So as a creative, how do you start? How do you venture into a business sector, or you venture into the business part of what you're doing?
Okay, thank you so much, Juliet. And I like the question because it rotates more about what exactly I do, because I help professionals to be able to create businesses alongside whatever they are doing, either through school or either through their working. So what I would want to say is that you have the skill. A case in example, you are good at graphic designing, or you're good at digital marketing skills, or you're good at photography like I was. Now, all you need to first understand is the people that you're going to serve. Who are your clients? Who are you targeting exactly? Because when you know who you're targeting, means that even the way you position yourself, you know that you're positioning yourself to serve that kind of market. So that is the first thing that you need to identify, because I'm assuming you have the skill. Now, for you to be able to develop business out of that skill, one of the other things that you also need to look are avenues of how to improve that skill in its own. Because for you to attract good business, because now this is no longer about you, this is about the people that you're serving. So you should be able to create value. Business is about the value that you create outside to your clients. So you need to understand, how can I create this in terms of value to serve my clients, after you've understood the clientele base that you want to serve. Now, after you've tried to come up with that, of course, it's a continuous learning process. After you have done that, yours is now to create a certain kind of brand, and the brand is around you as well as your business. And that is where you now, if for example I'm Samuel Evander, the next thing I'll think about is, what kind of business brand do I have to run? For example, I'm running right now, I'm running Bucks Africa. That is like my business brand. The reason why you're now moving from just being a Juliet Ike or Samuel Evander is because you want to attract a certain class of clients, because a certain class of clients will not just hire you as an individual, and you look more professional when you are running as a business, and there's more trust that you create outside within the world. And at the end of the day, also, it also gives you a leverage to be able to grow later on, because this is not something you're just starting for today, but it's something that you're starting to serve the world. For example, Juliet is running a group of over 5,000 creatives right now. If she didn't have that vision, if it was all about her, she would not have such a community. So in the same way, you as well, you need to see what kind of foundation are you laying. Of course, the way you lay your foundation determines how far you'll actually go with your business. So you need to understand, where do exactly you want to take your business to, and what kind of business brand you want to go into. And that's where you get into your business name and other aspects, as well as try to see what exactly are you also going to do around your personal brand as well, to help push your business going forward. Because when you're starting out, it's more about you start with you, as you dissolve yourself within the organization, because you're the marketing guy, you're the accountant guy, you are the guy who is
You are
doing the
everything.
sales, you're everything. So you need to be able to create that kind of system where you can be able to tackle those different tactics. Now, in the same way, along the process, don't be afraid to ask for help. Please seek out the help of other people who have walked your journey. For example, if I'm somebody who is looking out to grow in the area of, let's say, maybe in the creative space and maybe in the writing space, I may search for somebody like, let's say, Juliet, and say, Juliet, I want you to be my coach. I want you to coach me along the journey. I know one of the things that we sometimes forget is, because you have the talent, you think you have it all. You think you can be able to attract everyone, not
Yeah.
understanding that there are other people that have walked the same journey you are in. There are people who have made mistakes and are able to help you not to make the same mistakes. So I would encourage you, along your journey, when you're starting your business, find people that can train you in some key skills, but as well as find mentors, find coaches, find people that can support you along the journey. Okay. And in the same way, of course, one of the other things that you also need to understand is your client, in terms of be able to listen to your clients. Today I can say I'm a very good speaker, but if I'm speaking to a certain audience, I have to emotionally read to see what is their reaction. Am I really serving? So if I'm a graphic designer, that single flyer that I'm designing, once I share it with my client, I have to listen to them in terms of what are their preferences, because it's not just about me being talented or being passionate about something, but this something should be able to meet the need of the other person on the other side. So that is what I can basically be able to say. So there are many things that you need to be able to lay down, and then also look into the future. what makes you wake up, what makes you to keep going. Because like Juliet said, the journey to entrepreneurship is not a journey that it just comes very easy. This is the journey of resilience. It's a journey of you being able to say, this is what I'm supposed to do, and I'll do it despite the hard time. So you have to, I usually call it beyond the motivation, beyond that inspiration. What key elements are you putting down to build that kind of discipline to keep you moving forward? Because it's the discipline, it's the consistency that pushes you outside there. Because many people have aspirations, many people have the dreams of building businesses, but they start a business today, and within 2 months or 3 months or even 1 year, the business is no longer there. So yours is to lay a very good foundation to know that I'm starting this for a lifetime, and this is something that is going to be able to change me, but also change my community as well as my clients. So that mindset is very, very key as to somebody who is starting out a business, and the continuous learning. I usually emphasize this to my clients, that you have to continuously learn, because the business space is evolving every day. Previously, you would have to, let's say, market through flyers, print flyers and go and put them in different posters. But right now, business has gone to another level. Digital marketing has taken up the space. Right now, we can be able to interact with Juliet, who is Nigeria, because the world has now gone global. We don't need you don't need to go to Nigeria to find a client who pay for your services. You need to have that kind of mindset of thinking beyond just your society. Not saying I cannot find customers when there are very many people that may need your customers. So all about business is about positioning. And when it comes to positioning, you is making sure that you are in the right place, serving the right people with the right skills, with the right networks, with the right mindset to be able to put you outside there. So that is what I can basically be able to advise somebody who wants to start a business.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Thank you so much. Like I've really learned a lot listening to you. It's really a lot. Thank you so much. So I'll move on to the next question. In terms of finance, I know there are a lot of times when it comes to finance, finance is one of the things that creatives we struggle with, because take for instance, maybe you have like few money with you, you have plans to fix them up with, and suddenly something just comes up, and maybe probably you just see a course and you're like, oh, I need to take this course. When do you actually draw the line and say, okay, no, I'm not going to exceed my budget for this month and I'm going to stick by it, but this is what I want to spend on this month and I'm going to stick by it? So what do you advise creative, like what advice are you going to give to creatives who are actually going through this thing? Because there's something we experience every time, like every time. Because I understand the fact that we also want to live a comfortable life, even though we know we don't have the luxury and all the money to fund all those things. But when do you actually, what can you advise? Is it just by being disciplined, or is it by saving? Like, what can you actually tell us? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Juliet. And I again like the question because it really rotates around being able to manage your personal finances. There's a lot of conversation around managing your personal finances, and in most cases, sometimes we think it's about making the money. But I usually agree with the statement that says that it's not about how much you make, but how much you're able to keep as an individual. And as somebody who is creating a business, creating a business requires you to create a certain level of wealth that can help you take that business to another level. So if a client is paying you amount of money, it's not that all that amount of money has to go to pay your bills. Part of that money has to be able to be kept to help take you to the next level, both for your business as an individual. And that requires you to live by certain principles. Now, some of these key principles, of course, I think we've heard about things to do with saving. Saving is very important in its own, but at the end of the day, you don't just save, but you save with an objective. I'll tell you, for example, if I'm a person who's starting out in a business, I know the tools that I'll need ahead of my business. I know that I'm now saving for a camera, I'm now saving for an equipment, I'm now saving for, let's say, to start doing Facebook ads. So you need to have, in terms of what is your future like when it comes to your journey as a creative, as a business owner? What is your journey like? And that should give you a focus in terms of how much you're going to save. In the same way, it also foster how much you're actually going to make. Okay, because at the end of the day, it's not just about saying I can make, let's say, maybe 5,000 maybe naira, or that 50,000 shillings a daily. It's about setting those goals, understanding that for me to be able to live an optimal life, a life that I'm proud about, I need to make, let's say, maybe 100,000 Uganda shillings, which is about maybe 10,000 naira. You need to reach that extent where you know that my income that is coming in vis-a-vis my expenses, I'm able to save something that can help me serve me in the future. Because when you're running business, it's not that every day somebody will be paying you. There are times when things are hard. And I believe that in this era and age, COVID taught us many lessons that you cannot have it all. One time you have clients, the next time the client is even struggling themselves. So you as an individual, you need to keep going. That is why you need to put something aside, so you know that in case the future does not look rosy as it has been, I have something that can sustain me. And that's where you're saving for, let's say, an emergency fund that you can put aside to help you along the journey. Because you don't want to be somebody who is struggling always. Because even when the client gives you business, they expect you to have some working capital that can keep you going. So if you're somebody who just wants to spend without having to think about why you're spending, and without also trying to think about your financial position as an individual, the fact that let's say maybe Juliet is taking that trip to Dubai does not mean that you also have to take it that time. You need to be able to learn some kind of things to be able to know that this is me. I'm building a dream, and I have to be patient, and I'll be able to attain all these things. And then you start now to work hard to be able to make that money. You make that money, as well as you also start managing it, making sure that it's not just about every day making money, but you're creating certain elements of wealth that you can leverage on even in the future. Because at the end of the day, you one time retire, you one time have responsibilities as a parent, you have one time be sick and you need to pay the medical bills. So you have been working, who will cater for the medical bills if you're not seeing within the future? So personal finance management is very key for you as a creative.
Oh wow, that's a lot. Like really, thank you so much. I actually wanted to say something. After I asked you the second question about business, how to start up a business. Okay, so let me just chip this in. Starting up a business too as a creative actually requires some kind of mental effort, because it's beyond just the physical. Sometimes we just, like, maybe in your streets they are always asking for a particular product, and you just think you can just start selling it and it will boom. No. So you need to do more of critical thinking. Think about your risk, your gains. A lot actually goes into setting up a business, and being able to walk through that part in your finance. So lastly, I'm going to be asking you, what channels can creative make money? Like, what if I'm somebody who I'm not in the online space and I want to still make money with the skills that I have? But then probably the skills I have are not mental skills or soft skills, as it's called. Maybe it's a physical skills. Like, what ways can I make money? Does it mean that if I have a physical skill, I cannot also leverage online and still make money? And if I am leveraging online, is this still going to, like, but the productivity, will it be evident in the physical, like, since it's a physical skill that I am doing, is this still going to be evident, or is it just going to be like, oh, everybody's moving digital, let me move my business digitally and all of that? So that will be all after, like, this is the last question basically.
Yeah, thank you so much, Juliet. And I believe that we have some creatives that are watching us, and I think they are wondering, how can I start out on the online space? Is it for me? based on my skill. One of the things that I usually want to advise such kind of people is that you have the skill. And I'll give you an example. For example, somebody is good at carpentry work, or somebody is an artisan. They can be able to draw good pictures and be able to sell out to different people. One of the things that I would really advise you along this journey is master your craft. Have some products that you design as you, and now you can leverage on social media now to be able to take pictures of those products and be able to share them online, with starting with your WhatsApp status, Facebook, and so on. But in the same way, one of the things that you also need to look around, as well as a creative as well, away from social media, you also need to look at you have a lot of people in your network. Just even starting with your phone book, it has very many people in. So I usually ask people, how many people in your phone book actually know what you do? For example, if you're somebody who is a makeup artist and you cannot translate this into an online, let's say, product, of course you can, but you're just doing the makeup. You need to be able to know that I have all these people within my, let's say, my network. I need to let them know. You attend things like events where you demonstrate this, but also I usually there's what we call leave your brand in terms of your business. For example, if somebody is good at, let's say, making makeup, let you be seen to makeup. So that alone, somebody will ask you, where did you get such kind of makeup? Yes, and you actually say that I can actually do this. When it comes to things like, let's say, baking or what, be that person who does very good work that people will ask, who made this cake, who cooked this food. That alone is creating for you certain referrals that will turn out into business. But in the same way, like I said, you cannot avoid the online space at a point in time like this, because the online space will also give you a lot of leverage. Like I said, take those pictures. If it's makeup, take pictures of the people that you have like worked on. If you're good at fashion, whatever it is, invest. It could be, for example, just starting out with 3 products. Give them your best and let you just take pictures of those, keep sharing them. You'll be able to see people liking them and be able to reach out to you to say, can I buy this product? And at the end of the day, that will be your starting point. And once you serve one client, ask them to give you a good recommendation that you can use to even get more clients at the end of the day. So that is what I can basically say when it comes to creatives being able to make money offline and online. It is very possible. We have done it, and you too can actually do it.
Wow, thank you so much. Like, this is a lot. Please, if you can watch us, I would like you to just drop some comments. Drop something like a fire emoji or anything in the comment section to appreciate our guests. And also, if you have questions, please drop it in the comment section and we're going to attend to it. We're just going to be giving you 2 minutes to do that. I know some persons are already watching us, so please let's see the comments in the chat box. And if you have questions, drop it also as well. Thank you so much, Coach Sam, for your time. We appreciate, and we know that we would have more sessions like this, definitely. Thank you so much for also pulling in the fellow Ugandans to be part of this. Like, it's really an honor. I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, sir. Okay. Before you leave, I would just like you to do a recap of your community, what you do, so they can at least connect with you as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Juliet, for the opportunity. And I'm so much humbled to have had a chat on this and also being part of this whole program. I believe in Juliet because of the work that she does. And I can put my face outside there and say, this is the go-to person when it comes to talent and skills development. So I really want to appreciate you, and I appreciate your generosity, because the knowledge you are sharing on this program would actually be paid for, but you have been able to make this for free for other people to come and be able to learn. So it's really a pleasure, and I know that it is something that will create more impact even in other people's lives. So back to what I exactly do. Like I said, my name is Coach Samuel Ibanda. I'm basically from Uganda, East Africa, and mostly my work rotates around finance and business. And when it comes to finance, I handle both personal finance and financial management. I'm an accountant by profession, and most of my ventures are around that kind of area as well as business. Mainly, my work as a coach is around helping professionals to create alternative sources of income that can help them create wealth. So for anyone who is, let's say, employed and wants to start something on the side that can help them create wealth, because all that we know is that you cannot create wealth with just a single source of income, because today it's available, the next time you cannot see it. So that is basically the work that I'm doing, and I have a mission to help over 2,000 employees to create alternative sources of income by the year 2023. So I look forward to connecting with most of you. I have different programs I run. I run the financial independence mentorship program. I also run also a mentorship program around a career, because I also believe that through career we can be able to also create wealth as well. So you can be able to find me on different spaces. I run Backs Africa, and you can be able to find my Facebook group, which is Business and Career Solutions Hub Africa. You can also be able to find me on LinkedIn. I across all platforms, and I would just say, just Google Coach Samuel Ibanda. You'll be able to see different kind of different platforms where I am, and I'm very passionate about helping you create wealth, to be able to manage that money, either it's your individual money, but as well as for your business. So that is basically the work that I do, and I would love to connect with you. Please feel free. I also have a YouTube channel where I can be able to find some of my messages, some of my videos. Just search for Coach Samuel Ibanda. You'll be able to see a lot of videos that will be able to help you. At the end of the day, as creatives, we are here to create value, and any creative outside there, this is a game of value. And you have to know that it's not just about making the money, but it's about creating the value outside there. So connect with us, and we can be able to help you to create that kind of value. At the end of the day, when you create that value will now bring in money that can help you to create sustainable wealth. So thank you so much, Juliet, and I look forward
Thank
to
you so much.
connecting with our viewers. Bye bye.
No problem. Thank you so much. Bye. I will see you at the back end. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Sir. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Did I say welcome back? Okay. We are about wrapping up this session. Thank you all so much for joining. And yes, I know you guys have already learned a lot from Coach Samuel Ibanda and I. In case you joined late, make sure you watch the replay. If you're watching this, if you're just joining, make sure you watch the replay, and also the replay from the other sessions that we had. So to wrap the session up, I talked about how you can venture into online marketing as a creative, and I mentioned some online marketing business that you can start with. I mentioned email marketing, I mentioned copywriting, and also I mentioned affiliate marketing. So if you know you would love to join affiliate marketing, after this session, I'm going to send out a message to the various groups. So you're going to get more updates on that. And also, I have a Black Friday actually going on. One of which is my strategy session. Here, you get to ask me anything, any question as it relates to your career, your business, your brand. Um, you can book either an hour session or 2 hour session, depending on how long you want to discuss the conversation to go. And also, I have products, not a product, a bundle, where what I call the skill to cash bundle. In this bundle, you're going to learn everything on how to turn your skills into cash, what you should be doing, the various things you can engage with your skills that you have, and they can turn into money for you. Like, you can use your skills to create wealth and make money with it. So this is what this bundle contains. It contains both resources, videos to watch, videos on talent and skill monetization. I have a video which I recorded. I taught extensively on skill monetization itself. There are about 10 videos to watch on talent and skill monetization. There are books for you to read on finance, on business, on emotional intelligence, personal development, and a lot more. So to get this bundle, just slide into my DM, or you read up the messages from your different groups. Then also I have the profitable skill acquisition bundle, where if you know probably you want to learn a skill, because I know I talked about the need for you to learn a skill as a creative, that irrespective of the talent that you have, you need skills to push it out. So in this bundle, you're going to learn the step by step of what skill acquisition is. So you're going to learn a lot, because before you can actually learn a skill, you need to learn the art of learning. Yes. So you need to know how to learn before you can effectively learn a skill. So this is what this bundle contains. It contains templates on day-to-day how to apply all the things that you've learned, and a lot more. So take advantage of these bundles. These Black Friday offers, and be part of it. For the affiliate marketing, I have a bonus. I'm actually giving out $30 to 5 persons who would like to start their affiliate marketing businesses. I'm going to supporting them with $30, so to get them on board. So if you know you're interested in starting your affiliate marketing business, I'm offering to support you with $30. So what you're going to do after this session is you're going to chat me up. Chat me up after this session. This offer is open to just 5%. So if you know you're here, you would like to start your affiliate marketing business, I'm going to be supporting 5% with $30. So make sure you chat me up after this session, then to be partake of it. Oh, thank you so much, Samuel, for joining. We appreciate you. We appreciate the fact that you are part of this, and we really commend your efforts. You really follow through since the day one, and this is the last day. Like, it's really amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay. Please, if you have not seen the replay, make sure you see the replay of the other days. Subscribe, like, drop a comment, leave comments for me or for us to read. And also, yes, I remember after this session, please, I would need a review or an appraisal from you. I know you attended the first day, the second day, the third day, and the fourth day, the fifth day. For the 5 days, you're going to appraise us and tell us how this entire event went for you, the lapses that you would like us to work on in the next edition, and a lot more. So we are open to learn, know more about how to improve on when next we want to host another edition. So please, we need an appraiser from you. Please drop it in the group. If you don't want to drop it in the group, you can slide into my DM and send that to me. So the last thing I would like to say is, please do not forget to share the link to this live broadcast. Share the link, tell your friends, share the links to every of the days. Share the links, tell your friends to watch, subscribe. It's not going to be up for long. I'm going to take them down very soon. So make sure your friends watch this before it goes down. Okay, and please don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. If you have not subscribed, this is the reminder that you need to subscribe. Thank you all so much for joining for the 5 days. Thank you so much. And I would also love to thank our reps from different countries. We hosted this event in 5 different countries, in Uganda, in USA, in Zambia, in Kenya, in Cameroon. Like, thank you all so much to all our reps and our guests. We say thank you so much for being part of this. One person can not actually do all of this, but you, thank you so much for giving me your support and for showing up. Thank you so much. I would have loved to mention names, but we don't have all the time, so I need to end this broadcast now. Thank you all so much for joining, and I would see you in the group. Bye.